It was sold to you as the ultimate liberation, the book of life, the code of you, a scientific marvel that would cure disease, reveal your ancient history, and unlock human potential. But what if the purpose of reading the book was not to understand you, but to classify you? What if the code is not a map to freedom, but the blueprint for a cage? Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight's file is about the final frontier of control, the weaponization of your own DNA. The first step in any system of control is to create an index. The Human Genome Project was not a work of science. It was the single largest cataloging effort in history. The goal was never just to understand the code. It was to build a searchable database of every human being. Every time you send your saliva to a private company to discover your roots, you are not a customer. You are an entry. You are voluntarily submitting your most intimate, unchangeable identifier to a system that sees you not as a person, but as a data asset to be bought, sold, and cross-referenced. Once the population is indexed, the next step is to impose a hierarchy. This is the dawn of biological determinism. You are no longer judged by the content of your character, but by the code in your cells. Insurance companies, employers, and governments are no longer interested in what you have done, but in what your genes suggest you might do. It is a predictive prison, a world where you are denied opportunities not because you failed, but because your DNA was flagged as a potential risk. The lie is that your genes are your destiny. The truth is that they are becoming your resume, your credit score, and your pre-written criminal record. But reading the code was only the beginning. The final stage of control is the power to rewrite it. Gene editing technology like CRISPR is not just a tool for health, it is a weapon of social engineering. It creates the possibility of a permanent biological caste system. An upper class of the genetically optimized and a lower class of legacy humans. Why control a population with laws, police, and propaganda when you can simply edit out the genes for defiance, for curiosity, for rebellion itself? This is the ultimate power, not to punish dissent, but to erase the very capacity to dissent from the human instruction set. The most effective prison is the one the inmate doesn't know they are in. And the most absolute control is the one that is encoded into your own flesh and blood. They are building a world where your biology is your biography, written for you by the highest bidder. The helix is not a ladder to ascension. It is a cage. And you are already inside.